Welcome guys, welcome on a beautiful Wednesday. A lot happened actually in the market and we still didn't do much, unfortunately, but we're getting there. We see some little strength coming into the market and let's see how that's gonna carry over. There's gonna be a small stream today. I'm not gonna do a long one like I usually do, just because I really need to do more things on my setup and on my private life outside the trading. So there's a lot to do for me after I came back from holidays eventually. So let's do it a quick one. I managed to set it up that I can do it today without even moving it around. So let's go straight to the charts and see what happened. Weekly is still struggling. Still struggling. We didn't see that kind of gain and push to the upside to fill up the CME gap, what we left behind. We did fill out finally the CME gap to the downside, so that one is already filled. Now what we're waiting is the reaction, what we're gonna see. If we're gonna come down for the last leg down to the 73 around, or maybe lower, we don't know, but we expect one more leg down for any kind of continuation to the upside. Just because there's been a lot of sell pressure, not even in a crypto, but as well in the TRAD5. So there is a lot of happening still in the market, a lot of volatility. Even if the numbers are coming green, still the strength is there, but not that much what we want to have it, or will have it, or expect to have it. So, and yeah, what I'm really looking for is my next level is to the downside. To see any kind of reaction from it, or any kind of push or gain. I want to see the 73,559 level, break that, go a little bit lower, and then below we have much more support to hold us in any kind of level what you see right now. And of course as well the 66, that's the low of the swing what took us to the all-time high. So that's what I'm looking for in between those levels. Going lower, unfortunately, that's going to be sucks. That's going to be really painful. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, just because we are still holding the March price action around. So let's see. We still have a couple of days for another weekly, and like I said, there is a fair value gap and CME gap above us, so quite a lot of reason as well to go to the upside. Doesn't mean it need to be filled, but eventually it will, just because it's to the upside, and one of another way we will come there to test the highs again. And as well, below and around the yearly, we have a lot of liquidity as well to grab, and as well leverage positions. So there is still more to do to the upside than to the downside. So let's see how that's gonna play out in a couple days. Eventually Sunday we're gonna monitor the weekly close. I'm really interested in it, what we're gonna do, because right now we are forming a structure on it. There is no continuation to the up or to the downside. Let's see how we're gonna carry on to the next week. And then the daily. Quite the same, not much change actually on the daily. We had a nice pushback to test the previous the swing, the March, and the weekly. We came quite to it, close enough, but it wasn't that aggressive, and that wasn't that strength in it that we could gain it, unfortunately. So still there is continuation to the downside, and to test the low of the to test those areas. And we might see any kind of range in it, maybe. If not, gain it. That's the most important thing what you want to see. You need to see the gain of the March or from the weekly, and for the continuation, because then the only thing what I want to see, if we're gonna gain this, we will go for this high. I'm not considering this high just because it was a middle swing in between those bigger swings, so I'm not considering this one. I really go, if we go, then I want to see go to the yearly and gain that to show really the strength into it, and the bulls coming back in the game. That would be really awesome. Holding 78, then you creating a range for a couple days, maybe. Failing that, then definitely we will go to 73 in one go, just because on 4 hours we test did actually the high of that swing. So there is not much to do anymore to the downside. When we're gonna say start to break down, then of course we will go lower. The previous dailies will not hold us that much, I guess, just because they've been tested as well twice, and this one it's been tested not the daily but the swing. So there have been already some testing on it, and yeah, that's actually not much to say about that structure. And like I said on the previous stream and that we had, my point of interest was this area, if you're gonna see any kind of gain or failure from it. Unfortunately, even after the really good CPI numbers, we had a quite push to the upside. We dropped down from it, and unfortunately on 4 hour we didn't even come close to close it above this structure. So far, how that this looks like, we are failing this previous structure, the small one. Then what you want to see is continuation to the downside. Hold this swing, hold this, and we might turn around and go again for the March, gain it, just because we've been tested already. So the next swing on that one is going to be much easier, and we could gain it much quicker without any struggles. So that's why I'm actually waiting for and seeing how that's going to play out. And like I said, I am in a short on that one. My invalidation was above the March, so it took almost all of my positions. There was one left. I leave it like it is. The rest, it's a running position, and yeah, let's see how deep we're gonna go on that one. I took already some profit on it. Still, it's more than around 50% left on it, so I want to see this go to this level, fail that, then of course we go to this one, and then I want to see like any kind of position to go upside, or if we're gonna fail it, then of course we will go lower to the 73 like expected so far. Of course we still can go up and try it again to try to gain the daily, of course, and then the March. Either way, so far we are failing it already since yesterday in the evening. I didn't expect that actually. Like I said, I was here in the short, but I was really expecting it to be stopped out and that we will go to the previous structure, the higher structure, and then it's gonna be playing out a bigger short from it, just because there is a much more together with this and this structure, much more resistance in it. And then what I would like to see, if we're gonna gain that, we will see any kind of reaction from it, come back, keep this as your support, and then continue from it. So then what you will see, it's not perfect one, but kind of HFV bottom, right? But we didn't get it yet. Maybe we will see another leg up, hopefully. Let's see. If not, then continuation to the downside and hold those levels yet. And that's actually, yeah, that's actually all of it about the Bitcoin card, the structure of it, the gain and the losses. And like I said, I will try to see if we're gonna long this. If not, then of course the next levels in between is gonna be my point of interest for the next leg down, or the last maybe week down, who knows. If not, I want to be stopped out from my position of shorts, gain the March, and then continue go to the upside. I will take the long from it, of course, then, and short as well from the stop, just because it's a resistance. Till we're gonna break out of the yearly, we will go higher and see to try to get those positions over here. So far, nothing changed actually in it. Unfortunately, still from the 20th of January, we didn't gain any kind of bigger structure. We didn't gain any kind of swing, unfortunately, and we still failing the whole structure to the downside. Even with this move, even with this move or this move, we still failing it. I'm sorry I need to break it down to you like that, but it is what it is. Till we're gonna see any, actually, if I will see that we gain this or come close to this position, and of course gaining already this, it will say like, yeah, it's the first time we did some aggressive movement to the upside. With that said, we gain the structure, and we're trying to go to the up position and the levels to the high. then I would say like the bulls have some balls in it and strength in them to do some more damage to the upside finally, just because they were like really quiet, and the only thing what they did was like a retest pullbacks, quite aggressive, really strong aggressive pullbacks, all of them together, so I need to give them that, but it's not strong enough to do any kind of damage to the upside and have the continuation. And like we said, just because the TradFi as well had a really big hit, still the bleeding kind of ish further, so all of the people are quite scared and actually really hoping that we're gonna have like one more quick wick, leg down or whatever, and grab the last leftover liquidity, and then we can finally carry on to the upside, just because there have been much more damage into the market, a lot of money has been lost, and we need to do some good stuff and earn and make some profits actually from everything what we did. So far we are losing actually everything. So yeah, even the spot backs are getting hurt on most of the coins, so it's not fun. I know it's not the most beautiful bull run you want to see, but it is what it is. Those things happens as well, and yeah, we need to deal with it so far. And what you can do right now is just trade the opposite side and cover your backs with your shorts as much as you can. Let me have a look on the chat. Okay, all good, all good. Then let's see how the liquidations are actually doing. And like I said as well, I monitor the liquidations every single day before the close. I like to do that just to see where they put the leverage trades and where we might go to it. So like yesterday, the only thing what we did is this position, and we not even come close to it yet. We didn't put anything to the upside, so there is still that zone, still that zone, and still that zone. So we still didn't feel no, I'm not even talking about the 100. So there is still a lot of gaps in the liquidity and the liquidations level. So the struggle is there, just because there is need to be much more aggressive movements to the upside to gain something, to come close to any pockets of liquidations, to grab anything and bounce back from it. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of struggle yet. So that's why I reckon we're gonna do some grinding, some sideways movement. Why? Choose to fill all of the gaps in between, and then one more wick to the downside, and then carry on and try to beat the shit out of all of the shorts and all of the leverage positions what are still to the upside. That's why I reckon that's going to be the most perfect way and scenario, I guess, in my opinion, just because if we're gonna do one more leg down, still fine, but it doesn't help us anything with filling the blanks in between. So yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm reading this. Maybe some people have a different opinion about it, but for me, if you have any kind of pockets, empty pockets in it, so there is no point or even no need to go there in one go or try even to get that, because there is no money or nothing left to grab from it, right? That's how I'm look at it. So yeah, let's see if they're gonna start to fill anything, because they did quite heavy over here, but then after that they just did it twice, 3 times maybe, and that's all. And right now, what I said, they put it below us and we didn't even reach it. So let's see if we're gonna go something like that, bearish backtest again on the daily, come back to it, see if we're gonna hold it like that and continue. If not, then continue, but still there is not much left to the downside to grab. So I really wonder what they're gonna do and how they're gonna play this. So be careful, even if you are in the short or in the long, take the profits quite quickly, put it in break even, just because to be safe. And right now we kind of really are in like no man land, actually, if you can say like that, just because we don't know what's gonna happen, if we're really gonna carry on to the downside and go grab anything what's left, or we're gonna struggle and grind it, try to grind it up to the upside and try to gain anything. Either way, both of them are weak and not worth to do it. The only thing that I will see is sideways movement, just because when you're gonna have any kind of sideways move right now, then the things what's really positive on the side is that your alts gonna skyrocket and have a nice push up from it. So that's what I would like to see. On another note, oscillator, it's struggling on 4 hour. We might have one more leg. Try to go to the upside yet and try to gain. Yeah, we still can gain this position to go up, just because we broke the structure to the downside. We're still holding previous daily. We still can turn around and do some more damage, and like I said, we might grind it up, who knows. If not, break out from here and then continue. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. And by this scene, actually let me just take some little bit more profit on my positions, just quick profit taking before I forget about it. Yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, not much actually to there's another sell signal. The thing is as well, what we had yesterday was quite interesting. We had the sell, I mean the buy signal, but eventually if we receive that buy signal before we're gonna break out of this structure, then that means we will go lower. Either way, if not, then it's a continuation, then it's still a good signal. Just because actually the signal should be somewhere over here. We didn't receive it. It was like a couple hours later, weirdly, but it is what it is. We got it anyway, and yeah, let's see how the reaction is gonna be right now. We might have a small push to the upside yet. Like I said, try to gain your previous swing. If not, fail that, and we have a continuation. Looking at, that's the stream. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at video. Yeah, we didn't break the structure on the weekly. Daily we still holding it, so far if we hold this, it's all fine. We have continuation actually, or we will range it in this position. But break that, then yeah, you still go lower, and that's gonna be really horrible, I guess, for the TradFi to feel the pain again. Yeah, so far it's actually split. We see some red, more green actually. Some coins are really performing. Oh yeah, there is some positivity finally in the market. Some fresh air, and let's see how long that's gonna take. If we carry on doing this, then it's all good. I'm happy about it. And if not, then yeah, then it means that we're gonna go and see more of the downside. Fortunately, this, yeah, like I said as well, we will go below 2k, and we went a little bit deeper actually on the different setup what I had the level set it up on this, that we will go somewhere here, and we went a little bit deeper, so it's really painful to see if that's low. But what I saw as well, people are really loading it up right here somewhere, just because they really think that this is the bottom. I hope for them. If not, I don't hope that this gonna happen all over again. But that's just the time will tell. Unfortunately, this is your next step off, and if not, then the low of that one, and then oh, we came actually to the quite close to that one, so that's good. Nice price action then on back testing that. Yeah, so far so good. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick why it doesn't show me the, okay, anyway. So like I said, it's gonna be a quick update, and yeah, I would like to see if we're gonna hold this, stop me out on all of my shorts what I have, and then continue, just because I really want to see some more up movement from Bitcoin, and finally maybe setting the low. on the whole structure. It's kind of a middle of nowhere. We just close the CME gap, and if that's the reason of it, then yeah, fine with me. But if not, then I will still look for the 73. So yeah. Guys, do you have any questions? Any alts that you want to look on it to see how they perform? Any own opinions you can share now before I'm gonna bounce? Okay. I hear that a lot of people are starting to buying spots, laddering in it. And that's a quite nice round bottom. On deep. In the pocket. Cool. Hold the low and you have a continuation finally on it. You gain your swing where you came from. Unfortunately, you didn't do the fully, but it's still good. So that's quite happy. Tia is doing Tia things. We had a new low from the swing, not the lower low, but new low. And now, let's see if there is a strength in it to gain. That's quite a movement. Gain September. If Tia's gonna gain September, then it's game on it. And hold it. Gain and hold the September. Then it's game on it. And finally we come back. Yeah, that's gonna be actually my average buy on it. Oh yeah, I didn't ladder into it. I'm done with Tia actually buying it and doing some things with it. It's what it is. Hype went lower. There was some things happening on hype actually, to be honest, what I hear today. I didn't deep dive in it yet. We went lower again, and right now it looks a little bit shady just because we need to gain more than backtest only, because right now we're coming close to the whole structure, and hopefully we're gonna go higher and gain the daily. If so not, we're gonna break down. Then what I was looking at it, and I don't know why it doesn't show over here, because there is, I guess, on around $11.50 somewhere here. It's Q4. It was a list price or something. I said we might come back a little bit lower to that, or even higher. I don't remember. Somewhere over here was it. But yeah, let's see what it's gonna go and do. It's weird price action actually, just because on hype we still carry on to the downside, and actually oscillator, it didn't change much. It came still to the same levels, and it's kind of ranging actually. It didn't form any kind of low or high structure on it. So yeah, you can say it's kind of divergence, but let's see how that's gonna play. I'm quite interested in that one. Solana is gaining back the levels, so that's already good. Now we need to close above it. So that's the most important thing. Close above it, and you can say we are turning around on it, or trying to show any kind of strength on the structure basis. That's good. ADA came to the pocket asset dot. Yeah, see, even close a little bit lower, but even then I don't think I said that this level quite right, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. It's in this area, so we are bouncing from it, so that's really good. We actually gain, and we close above the previous structure, so our previous body, so that's already positive. And now you really need to see coming back and going higher. So ADA is quite good on the structure wise, even if we had that push up and all that grind down. So that's all good. And what do? We create all of the liquidity back to it, and we have shitloads to grab again. So ADA is doing quite good. That's gonna be funny actually if you're gonna see any kind of this big range, or you're gonna pop up. I hope not, but Gonna be funny to see. Sui. Ooh, that's painful. Like you see, we bearish backtest the whole swing, and right now, yeah, even the whole structure. So, so we have a lot of work to do. Go even to the upside, and that's not even gaining the previous day daily open. You really need to see some strength above the March. Yeah, is what it is. This kind of move maybe again, but then holding it without dropping it down. That might help. I would like to see that. Griffin. Yeah, it's forming some lower time infrastructure. Let's see if it's gonna keep it up. But then again, as well as the rest one, you still need to have like really aggressive move to the upside to gain the previous March, and have any kind of continuation. So far, this is actually your you SR flip. Flip that, and then you are golden. So far, doesn't look like it was this. It's really similar to this structure, and we did it already twice, I guess. Somewhere over here I saw it. I cannot find it now on the lower time frame. But yep, I want to see this and gain this more. The whole structure, this swing, what you interested in it, and then February, of course. Well, eventually you will see a quite aggressive move, and then you really want to see it holding it. Yeah, that's I guess all what I want to talk about it. We're trying to go to the upside. Hopefully we got stopped out on it. Do you have guys any questions? Any alts that you want to go by? Maybe. Or some spot. Don't mind doing it. Let's see how this is looking actually. Test it again maybe. Yeah, and then come back. Ugh. We start to form some structure on the low time frame. It's good to see. Yeah. Let's see if we're gonna gain this. I would like to see that. It'll be fun. I just had a look of Griffin. Griffin on 4 hour, like I said. Oh, sorry. Okay, you just joined. We quite bouncing, but 4 hour is getting quite heavy to the top side. But still, eventually, what you really want to see, and I know it's painful, just because of this fist move, it's hard now to say what you want to gain. Definitely, you want to see any close above this, so you have quite a way up, and if not, grinding and holding March for the continuation will be as well good. But yeah, what you're gonna see right now, or in like next move, really big push to the upside, like you had it over here, right? So this could be similar price action over here, but you need that price action again, and even over here, and that's so sucks and sus as well. We had the higher low and we came up, we gain the whole structure, and we dumped it completely. We had a really good price action and we dumped the whole shit. And right now over here as well, same thing. We did exact the same thing and we dumped on it. So right now what you really need to see is this, and continue to hold this as a flip. $0.11. What's gonna wick to the 0.11? Which coin? Because right now I don't think the Griffin is gonna do that, because we are on 0.04 instead of 0.11. Until I don't know what you're talking about, but Griffin really need to gain 0.07 and then flip it and continue. Otherwise, you go maybe to Q4. Yeah, no worries. So that's what you're looking for. You need that flip. And of course, if you're gonna gain the weekly, you might long this as well. But be careful. Just because we're doing really the same thing, right? If if this move, it's gonna be this, right? Then yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna go that deep because there is no space to go that deep. But even then, yeah, you can have one more wick to the downside to grab everything what's left over maybe, if there is something left yet, and if not, just because the 4 hour is getting really overbought. So yeah, to have this, you really need to do something like this. Fondo? Oh, okay. It played out, but it went lower, so. So what you're doing right now, oh, sorry. What you're doing right now, you're having your flip, but you still not holding it. You trading below the flip and you support structure. So the next level, sorry. And to keep an eye, the lowest level is this 0.59. What did you miss? What did you miss on that one? You still can buy something, or what do you mean with missing? So this is your low, what you want to hold. Right now you are not far away from it, and you really want to flip this. You really want to flip this into the support. Right now you are trading below it, so that doesn't feel good because then you're gonna do this eventually, and then yeah, that means that this support is not that strong to if we're not gonna hold it. And if you want to look for any structure, then of course you want to see any close above this for continuation. And then the next one is over here, of course, and trade in between till you're gonna break out to the upside. Qua levels, we are really doing that like on the dot. Bearish backtest this level. Right now we are the weekly open, and what we are doing right now, it's we bearish backtest the weekly open. So this might even feel much more natural to do on it. And even then, especially just because we turn around on the daily, on the oscillator and the 4 hour, how does that look like? Yeah, it's starts to look a little bit weaker. Even we didn't do that big move on it, so we might see something like this. That's clear. But eventually, same with the different coins, you need to gain this. The Q3 is the most important level. Gain that, then you have some strength to go to the upside. But then gain and without losing your low again. Right? So you could do something like this, come back, and then you have this flip. So there's going to be support and continue from it. That's going to be the best thing to see on it. I hope that's a little bit clear. Marvy. You are typing, so I'm gonna wait before I carry on. Somebody else wanna look any coins or have any kind of information about it? Let me know in the chat. Don't be scared. Don't be ashamed. Yeah, definitely. It was a quite good scalp and significant push up as well. So buyback was good, and you tested back. So eventually this could be your entry, your stop loss. You carry on it. Yeah, quite good. Could be a good move. You know, quite positive about your trading strategy. Yeah, it was good. I mean, if you could see that happening and then come back, test this level, you could enter over here easily. Stop loss over here, nice risk reward, and carry on. It could be Solana. Sorry. Same like the rest of the altcoins. Quite a buyback on it. Retest straight after that, so quite good. And now you have a continuation, so that might continue. And what you want to see is gain this levels. That's quite important levels as well, just because as well of the swing points previous. Then you will need to gain your previous swing where you came down from it, and then continue. On Solana, I have quite more steps to do, and it's quite better for Solana just because they don't need to have like massive pushes. So eventually gain this, continue, and then gain this, and then you just step it higher. You can come close, pull back, and then continuation. So if you're gonna do something like this, then that's gonna be perfect for Solana. And eventually it's easy as well to set for it, just because they have much more levels. So go now, gain this, gain September, then you go to the next high, so Q4, and then next is the weekly, previous weekly. And those three are quite important to do. This is the most important. Then the whole structures change. When you gain this, hold it, come back, and then you have a continuation. So then your whole structure change to the upside. Hey, Lensby, how you doing, mate? How was school? So I hope this is quite clear as well. Yeah, quite good on it. So far so good. Let's see if we're gonna hold May. If not, then you have one more bounce maybe from it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, Murphy. Have a good one and take a nice rest, man, after the long work. I appreciated it. Yeah, I always try my best for it. There you go, another one. Good job. I hope you learned something. Hope you learn more on school than from me. Lansby. So yeah, so far so good. Let's see if what Bitcoin's gonna do. If they're gonna stop the rest of my short. Or we're gonna fail the daily again. Ooh, nice, 3 days off. That's always good, man. Enjoy it. Take good care of it and make sure you take your rest as well. Always important. So yeah, when you're gonna see something like this and the third candle as well reject daily, then yeah, definitely you will go lower. That's a really big failure already. And even then, I guess with the CPI, I cannot see them anymore here on the chart, but I guess this was the CPI numbers. I think so. Yeah, 130 was. So yeah, this was the CPI numbers, and yeah, look what we did. We pushed it up, we grabbed the liquidity, I guess. There was one big, yeah, there you go, 100x over here. We grabbed that and we came back, and now we're struggling up. So that's the thing as well. Like, we can play this on so many times and so many ways. Like, we can fail this week, or we can fail this or this again, just because there's not much left actually above. Still, we're gonna reach this. Oh yeah, this looks quite middling, I would say. We are not really high to fail or to break down, but still, it looks a little bit weak in my opinion. How's the 1 hour doing actually? Yeah, as well, middling. Over. Yeah, let's see. It's weird. It's weird price action because we are staying here quite a lot. And to be honest, it says as well about this kind of structure, just because this is your resistance and we are quite hovering around it. So how many times we're gonna be here, how long are we gonna be here, how long are we gonna fight against it, then the less chance it will break, of course, right? And we may have the movement to the upside. So that's important as well. Same with the levels. So how many times you're gonna do, for example, you come back, you hit it, you come back, you hit it, and you come back, and the third one it's already, because we've been hitting it so many times, then that level is getting weaker and weaker. And same with the resistance as well and support. So it's always interesting to watch it. If we're gonna have, like, for example, if this is your resistance, you have your entry over here, and how aggressive are the pullbacks from it. So far not that aggressive. Good position to take profit. And keep your stop loss nice and tight, or in break even. So yeah, if you're gonna be stopped out, you can re-enter. If there is still possibility for it. But yeah, so far not much actually to say about it or to do. No, I would like to, like I said, what I will do is watch the lower time frame, and like on 10 minutes it's quite perfect time frame to see what's happening, just because you can see clearly how the structures form. So if this is your low, previous low, this was your high, this is your high low, and from that point we came over here. So technically on 10 minutes we broke this structure, right? We've been trading above, and we failed March, and from March we came all of the way down, and we failed this, and we broke again the structure to the downside, and now we need to come back, of course, to retest this structure or try to gain it again. And now we start kind of a little bit something like that, like failing it, maybe turn around or roll over before daily open. That means for the third time, I guess, we are bearish backtest the daily right now, till we're not gonna gain above it and trade this section, and then maybe do this again and then carry on from it. Cool, RV, cool. So yeah, that's why I like to watch as well lower time frame when the moves happen. So yeah, 5 or 10 minutes, easy as well. 5 minutes is quicker, so you see the change and behavior. There you go. 5 minutes getting already like really overbought. So we might have a pullback, and then of course, same as treat it like a 4 hour. You know, you swing. This is your swing. And then you will need to watch like what we're gonna do. We failed this, we failed the daily, so we come back, test it or fail it, right? And then do one of those things. So every single swing, every single structure, every single price action and technical analysis, if it's for daily or weekly or 5 minute, 1 minute, doesn't matter. It's all the same. Maybe quicker, maybe longer. It's all the same. See? Turn around. So we fail. We are overbought. We fail the daily, like to the T again. We didn't come close to this price action. Let's see if we're gonna do this now. And that's your next level to watch. Right? You fail this, you go lower. And that's how you play it. You ping pong in between the levels and your structure and your swings. That's all what it takes, actually. Not much to add to that one. Yeah, you see, we start to turn around. So yeah. Easy as that. Right? Right. Uh-oh. Lensby is typing. Let's see what he has to say. You've been thinking about your trading strategy, backtesting and everything, Lansby, lately? Exactly. You're learning, mate. I'm happy about that, to hear that. Exactly what Lansby is saying. Like, I was talking with him as well. So there's always, doesn't matter. I don't care the time frames right now. Forget about those ones. Think which time frame you want. Imagine the time frame. Have an imagination time frame, and have a look on it. Like, what are you seeing, right? Without this, what are you seeing? You see the structure forming, right? So this is your low, right? This you high. Then you had this high straight from this high. So higher high actually. We came back. Hey, we didn't fail actually this structure even, and we didn't come back to this level, right? So we carry on. We have another high, but then of course you see as well on the oscillator we was quite off the boat. We came all the way back. We broke it, this level, right? And kind of is this structure as well. And that's this one is only the leftover, but still it's important for us. So this is your point of interest, and this is your point of interest because this is your high. Let me clean it up. So now this is your point of interest because this is your high from the whole structure, and this is your point of interest because that's your lowest point. And then in the meanwhile, what you're playing is this. Try to hold this, your middle point, right? Right now you're failing. You are starting to turn around, right? So let's see if we come close to it and then or bounce from it or fail it. You go over here. And that's how you play both ways. It's easy as that. Your oscillator helps you with it as well because it gives you as well the sign we might turn around, and you can do it over here. Oops. So mark your levels, set it up like you do it on 4 hour, do it as well on a lower time frame if you are trading lower time frame, and play the both ways. And even then, like guys, don't get me wrong, if this happened, like for example, like right, we're gonna fail this, so you can short this. Why? You broke the structure, you create new low, it was your high, so stop loss above the wicks, entry somewhere over here, take it, take the short, let it run. We go deeper, you start to turn around over here, and then again you're still in the short, take the profits, right? You set up your profits levels, and then entry over here, stop loss below the wick, and try to catch that long. And right now what you create, you are in the short and in the long. You're making double profit, and one of those will eventually take it over. One will stop another one and carry on. But both of them you took already profit. You should be both of them in break even. There you have it. Risk free both ways. Right? I know it sounds easy to draw it, but if you practice this quite a lot with the points of interest levels and your entries and your risk management and everything around, it will be clear how you will trade it. Fail one level, you go lower. That's it. Then you go to the next one. Forget about that one. You go over here. See if we're gonna hold this. You're gonna do this. Yeah, this is your low or your higher low. This is your low. Stop loss over here, and then try to carry on. Describe your strategy. You didn't even know I had one. Yeah, you see, even without knowing it, you're doing it already. So that's already good. If I would take the short right now, I mean, you could, but you really need to be quick with it. First thing first, just because we already quite low, we went further than the daily. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's say you're gonna do something like this. Yeah, you still can 0.45. I mean, don't say, I'm not saying you need to take it right now, but I mean, if you're gonna watch it and we come back maybe to it and fail that, then yeah, of course you could take the scalp, but it is a scalp. Make sure your risk and management is well done and set, like you always said, and don't go blindly just because I'm saying that, because this still can, even I'm saying that this is a perfect short, we still can do something like this, grinding, and then this one will cool off, right? You see that really often, and you don't focus anymore on the oscillator but on the price action, and you think like, yeah, now gonna fall, but we already bought them, and then they're gonna do something like this. Why? Just because they hold the price action to cool off your oscillator. You're gonna see that a lot of times. Don't worry about it, you will go wreck yourself about it, but now we might continue it. Right, so you need to be quick. When you scalp, you need to be quick. If this is going to be the 4 hour, then I will wait for something like a pullback on it, just because the lower time frame on the 4 hour, you broke the structure. You might come back, test it, and then fail it, right? But right now, on the lower time frame, you really need to be quick with it, so I will wait. If you are not already in the short over here, then I will not take that one. I will not consider, but on the other hand, if you are trading later or on a different time or something, then yeah, you might find a good position for short. So, but yeah, that's the deal. Trade both ways, always. Try to trade both ways, even if it's hard, and even if you go into the downside, you still can do it, guys. Don't get me wrong. That I'm taking only shorts, that's my thing to do it. My reasoning behind it. I wasn't looking for longs in any way, because I didn't have any kind of strength in it, and I didn't see any strength in long, even if they have been aggressive. I never thought about myself, oh, I missed this move. I don't give a shit. I was short it backwards as well. So you can do that both ways. Like if you took the long somewhere over here or even over here, right? You took this long, you still can short this, right? Oh, yeah, and then long this again, if you see any structure forming or breaking out from it, come here, try to short the top from it, or somewhere over here, or this, even this area, try to short, right? So there's plenty possibilities. Don't look only one way, because even if we go to the downside, you still have pretty good longs if you would like to long something in meanwhile, right? If there will be opportunity, or you're gonna see any possibility, or even even structure change, there is still plenty to do it both ways. It doesn't mean you need to short everything, because even in the bear market, we used to long as well things. So yeah, it's possible. Maybe they are not playing out as quicker or as good or as efficient, but it's possible if you look for it. If you are set your mindset only to short, then believe me, it's going to be hard to find any longs. And by that said, I know, and don't blame me, it's my own, not really fault. I know about that, just because I am only focused on shorts. When I'm gonna be longing, I will need to do this. In first 2 trades, when I'm gonna look for longs, I will need to invert my chart, just because my brain, it's set on one permission to look for it, because I don't want to look for the long side. That's my own thought. Don't get me about it. Don't fight me about it. But when the time comes and I will need to look for the longs, because I will see any potential in it, I still will need to do this, just to trick my mind for first 2 trades, and afterward it's gonna be like normal for me. But the first one is gonna be tricky for me to pull. So yeah, but even then, like there is I will give you as well like a tip, guys. Even to this downside move, right? You had all of this price action to the downside. If you are struggling to find any shorts, you can play it as well the different way, like I just show you. Turn around the chart. I know it breaks your brain, because it is weird to do it, but think about this as it will be a long position, or will be in the bull market like for like 100%, or like in the really good bull market. How would you do that, right? So it's exactly the same. if this you low, this you high, this you high low, right? So long this, that means short this. It's same thing. Instead of saying long or short, you just trade this in the same way. And this, and this, and this, you know, and this, and even this right now, maybe. So yeah, try to, if you're struggling to find the entry, or you're struggling to see the structure, or you want to, that's as well like a good point. If you want to see like, okay, tell me, where do we go from here? That's as well a nice lesson. Like, if we're gonna start to go to the downside, right? Jesus, why doesn't it work? If you're gonna start breaking this down and we will go for the new low, right? Where do we go right now? Just because we did close the gap, right? And what's the next level we're gonna go? How do you find the next levels? Because there is a lot of structure below that, right? So right now, what you do, and what's the best thing to do, is turn around the chart. It's weird, I know, but turn around and imagine if you're gonna long this, you are longing the shit out of it, right? And when you do that, it's same like with the shorts. You're breaking out of the structure. So if this is your whole structure when you broke out from it, and this is your new high what you broke out from it, and you create already like the pullback and you're coming back, where do we go? Not here, because this actually doesn't mean much. If you go to the daily, it doesn't mean much. We didn't have any kind of pullback on it, or any kind of support or resistance in the way what you are looking. So what's the next level we will go to it? Just ask yourself that. And there it is. It's this. This is your previous low, but this is your previous high that you want to gain for continuation, right? If we will be in the long position. So this will be your next high that you want to take out or fail from it. So eventually from here you go, you might see any kind of reaction from this and then continue. And now what do? This is your resistance, right? If this is going to be in long position, this should be your resistance. What happened over here? Two things. Or we're going to fail it and go back, or we're going to fight it and we're going to gain this, gain this and have a continuation, right? Does it make sense? This is your next high, technically. And then when you're going to gain that, of course, you're going to have the pullback and whatever. You're going to have a range position. And then what's the next one when you're going to gain that? Of course, it's going to be this position. But then after that, it's this. Same levels when you do this. Exact the same thing. When you're going to do doing this over here, right? If you go up now, what's the next level? This is your next level to gain, right? Because that's your first resistance. So gain that. Where do we go next? Now, I would say if you gain this, then this actually it's a range. It doesn't mean much for you. And this is your next swing, or this, one of those two. They are quite close together. So this is going to be a really big resistance area. So go there. Same thing. Same thing here. Same thing here. Try to remember this. If you struggle to find the next levels where we should or we could go. And to make it more fun, to show you like I'm not bullshitting anything, because I will never do that. And if I will say like we will go to this wick, why? We did it already once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. We always did it. Where do we do that? I will show you. Imagine we are here in this position, right? We are grinding. We had the liquidity grab to the upside and we failed that, right? So this is your low, this is your high, this is your low. And what did we do over here? Hey, that's funny. Exact the same structure. Like we have it over here. We have it over here. And what did we do? Wick into it. What could we do? Wick into it and have a continuation. Make sense? Or did I break every brain parcel already? Same thing. We came down, we retest this area, this range kind of ish, this pull out of the range. Then we go lower, and from that low we came all of the way here, and from that point we went all of the down to the downside to test the high and the resistance of this range, and we make that support. We flip the SR from it. Does that make sense, guys, or you lost me already? Oh, sorry, I lost you already. We technically could do that and carry on over here. It will make sense because what we always do, we don't copy, we rhyme. Get mind blowing, yeah. And that's my whole trading. It's simple and efficient. I don't do like overcomplicated shit. I'm sorry, but you will never see me like with 100 indicators and lines and whatever is pulling it. We'll rewatch again. Yeah, rewatch it and see. Look at those levels. How does they look alike to each other? And what we could do over here. And even then, actually, technically, what we could do, it's not this level, just because this one is a little bit higher. So it might be a little bit easier to grab that one. I do pull FIBs, yeah. For a confirmation, I do pull FIBs, for example. Yeah, I do. What I did, for me, I mean, okay, it's not bragging or something. I see already them without pulling them, same like Stu is doing, for example. I know that this area is the Stu fib already. Why? Because I know the structure. We fail this, that was your low, this your lower low. What do we do now? We come back to test this and then fail from it, right? So let's see how accurate it was. Oh, okay, almost accurate, but still makes sense, right? It's still the same kind of each pocket, a little bit above, but still the same area, right? So it's not really that I need to pull them all of the time. After so many times doing them and looking at them, you will see them as well. Like I know that this is my resistance area, this is my high. So without even pulling them, wait, let me grab this magnet here. So this is my body high on 4 hour, right? But I interest into it, and of course I always have this on. So what I'm doing is most of the times as well. Okay, this is my body high. Then I place all of the orders quite laddering in, and I want my stop loss above the March level because that's the next bigger monthly level. And then my entry increase, and this is like really small stop loss already. It became, and the rest is history. But yeah, you can pull them, of course. I mean, when you see this structure, you should pull them to work with them, to try them, and to play them, because they 99% of the time they play out. And the thing is as well, and that's as well like a next confirmation, if the fib is pulled right from the right perspective and right structure, yes, like this, and for example, it will do something like this, what does that mean? That means that this is invalid anymore. That short not gonna happen. Why? Because we broke out of this structure and we are breaking out of this structure. So now we're changing character. That's what gives you as well. If you're gonna be stopped out on the old the invalidation level of the fib, that means that we are changing of structure, character, and you call it. But yeah, most of the times when you have this kind of breakouts, then it's quite easy to see them. And here as well, you know, like same thing. Like I was laddering positions as well over here from this. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it didn't reach all of my positions. Oh yeah, there was my stop loss above the wick, and there you have it. Easy as that. I like more the my levels, like the swing points. I like more to work with them, but it's exact the same strategy as Stu Fibs, but then with levels. Makes sense a little bit in my mind as well. The levels, Stu Fibs as well. I love them. I do them as well. But yeah, both of them are my confirmation. If my levels get hit, then I know that the Stu Fibs is as well hit. So it's right. If they are all both of them are correct in the same alignment, then my strategy it's double confirmed. Makes sense, I guess. And even you add the AI charting tool, then you have double, double, and double confirmation even on the levels, and failing, gaining. Like for example, this. It's you see this already as a fail, right? We didn't gain anything, and we are not doing right now. So going lower, it means what do we do? This week, test the previous daily. So we're not gonna hold this. Why? We've been there already. We did that already. Then this wick is connected to this wick actually, straight. So see it as a slide. We go lower through that wick. That wick, what did we do? Easy. We test exactly the swing, right? The swing of this move. So the swing has been tested. Okay, the previous daily maybe not. So you might see a small reaction from this level, fail this again and go lower. Why? Because we did already on the way down. It's been done. And technically to the upside as well. So from here, when we go higher, this wick tests technically the high of this swing, and we create a new high without closing above. It's weak, but we've been higher than this structure. So the next move up, it's focusing on the march. And you don't care anymore about this structure. Yes, you need to close still above it and even closing above March, but still this wick will transform you to March. Cool? Cool, cool, cool. All dandy. Marvi, one thing and one thing only. Never say that, because there are never stupid questions. Okay? First thing first. There are never stupid questions. And what do you mean by a part of MDX suit? I mean, MDX is all about the indicators, because those are MDX and Trendmaster indicators together. That's the company, the indicators. StuFib, it's just a strategy of one of the mentors, Stu. StuTube is a mentor in our group who invented his strategy around this fib. He made this, and right now he's teaching in to combine it together with the indicators as well, and to show you guys that there is another strategy to use it. And it doesn't matter if you use this or another one or whatever, it's all given to you by StuFib. So you might deep dive in them as well. So if you go to StuTube or on the ATS-ALGO Academy to his profile, then you will see all of his videos when he teaches them as well. But he's all about it. He trades all of them, only those fibs, and that's really good. And he's fucking great in it and profitable as fuck. But yeah, I like to have my levels as well. Like it's same like I'm doing with swings, structures, breakouts, and TA and price my action. I don't need the indicators to trade it. I can show you 2 hours long this only without indicators, and that's my strategy. So, and it's up to you if you will use it, get to know this, or be interested in it, or trade this. Or you are only here to see the indicators, that's fine as well. I can learn you as well shitloads about it, about the indicators, and about different stuff. But I'm showing my opinion, how I'm seeing the market, and how I'm trading the market. Mark, what do you mean with struggling? You do that on 4 hours. This is your swing points. This your failure from the top, and this your failure from the low. So this you swing. Same here. This you swing. You need to try to go back in the price action in the time with replay, and try to go and mark them, and then you will see which one plays out and which one didn't, and then you will understand why they didn't. And if so not, I can help you with it, so don't worry about that. I'm here about it to help it. You can as well watch my first streams on my YouTube. Let me when you go there you have my links in it, and then there is YouTube and shadows of things, and you can see my previous videos on it. And if not, just DM me. Don't worry, I will sort you out. So yeah, guys, it's been a little bit longer than I expected. What he's doing with the fibs that's different to the pulling them normally. I need to watch this. What do you mean with the fibs or pulling them normally? There is only one way of pulling the fibs, and that's only the all. Okay, so to give you a perspective. This is the most important, the bodies of the structures of the whole chart. This is the most important. Why? Bodies give you the strength, and bodies closing below or above something, it gives you the strength, but it creates the structure and the trend. So this is the most important. You need to always listen and see this on 4 hour on a higher time frame. Lower time frame, I don't give a shit what's happening on the bodies. But from 1 and 4 hours, especially 4 hours up, it's the most important thing what you want to see. Forming the structure, formation, trend, and continuation in it. That's the most important. The next, quite important, are the wicks. Why? Wicks are giving you the price action, how deep and how high we went in something, in the structure. But they don't matter that much, just because they give you only the high, the low, the higher low, and lower high. Still, body can do that as well, but the wicks gives you the more perspective in the price action, because they've been there. That's the most important. And the second thing what you do with wicks, what's really the most important thing, is pulling fibs from it. Only from the wicks, because they are accurate. How accurate? They're always accurate when you pull them from the wicks, never from the body. And there you have it, right? Okay, one thing first, before you're gonna start doing this, this is not a long fib. This is not accurate fib, just showing you for the fuck's sake. This is not a valid fit. Why? Because we didn't broke the structure above this. We didn't do that. So it's not valid. Yes, it may play out now, but it's still not valid. So do not consider this as a long. I'm just showing you. Okay? Yeah, I guess this is a Smalio page. Yeah, he was my mentor back in the day, so I learned from him. So yeah, I'm just taking it over a little bit and putting my my swing to it. Don't worry, Firewoods. I'm actually really like finishing almost the stream, so I need to bounce because I have really a lot of things to do at home. So I'm not gonna be for long. Ah, okay, so I send it to you. Ah, cool. Ah, see, there you have it. Okay, I need to bounce. Just give me a... sorry, guys. I will need to... because my door rings already. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop the recording right now. Thank you very much for joining. And see you Sunday for another week close and weekly open. So let's see how that's gonna play out. And for more information, please DM me. I really need to bounce. My doorbell rings, so I need to pick it up because I have visitors. It's quite important day as well for me today, so I will see you later on, guys. Have fun, enjoy. If you need something, you have my link in the DMs. DM me as well, and or in the chat. DM me about it. If you need any kind of help or struggle with it, then please let me know. I will help you out. And then yeah, I will see you Sunday, I guess. And then if not, I will see you on a Discord server. See you. Bye. See you on the flip side.